Hey friends, you know when you start pulling on a thread and suddenly you realize it's connected to this massive tapestry? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. So let's start here. We're in the middle of something huge, like civilization shifting huge. And the craziest part, it's not just one thing, it's multiple cycles all crashing into each other at once. We're in solar cycle 25, and right now, basically, the sun's rhythm of activity peaks every 11 years. So historically, whenever we hit one of these peaks, there's chaos, financial crashes, wars, massive shifts in global power. We're seeing it again now. Wars, inflation, the economy is on thin ice. Sound familiar? That's just the start. We're also smack in the middle of what's called the fourth turning. It's this generational cycle that happens every 80 to 100 years where society basically resets. Every fourth turning ends with a major upheaval. Think American Revolution, the Civil War, World Wars, and guess what? The timeline of this current fourth turning ends around 2030.
About once every long human lifetime, we basically reshape our outer world of politics, infrastructure, and usually in violent organized conflict. And the fourth turning is that process.
In order for that to happen, there has to be a very, very high level of fear. If that event needs to happen for us to get in line, where are we at right now?
We don't realize how close we are. We live in a country that is so split. One end has to come out on top. They either have to separate each other, but I don't see any example in history where they peacefully separate. Or they are scared straight into agreeing because we have bigger problems outside.
There's no way that's going to happen.
This is the cycle. People don't understand how history works. These things happen and they force us to do things even that we don't like. It doesn't work because it goes in the way you want it to go, but it often takes us where we have to go.
And then there's the Kali Yuga. This one blew my mind. In Hindu tradition, time runs in a huge cycles called yugas, and the Kali Yuga is the darkest, most chaotic of them. It's about corruption, lies, and loss of spirituality. Some researchers say we're at the end of the Kali Yuga right now, like March of 2025 right now.
But we've come out of 5,000 or 6,000 years of the Kali Yuga, which is known as the time of forgetting, where we get caught in disconnection from each other, from the earth, from the consciousness of the cosmos. And we're now in a time of remembering, awakening, with the opportunity to heal and transform and move into higher consciousness.
So imagine you got the peak of the solar cycle, the final years of the fourth turning, and the possible end of the 5,000-year spiritual age, all landing right here in our timeline, in our lifetime. It doesn't stop there. There's also the 400-year revolution cycle every 400 years. There's a massive global reset. Fall of empires, new systems, totally new ways of life. These all came at the end of one of these 400-year cycles. And yep, the next one ends, you guessed it, in 2030. All these cycles, all of this pressure, it's like we're living at a convergence point, a kind of cosmetic intersection where everything's collapsing and renewing at once. So what does this mean for us? Honestly, it means two things. One, well, it's going to be a bumpy ride. But two, there's something powerful being born through this. Like we're watching the end of an old world and the birth of something completely new. And I don't think this is just symbolic. I think it's real. A shift in consciousness, a return to truth, a breaking of the old systems so something better can grow. That's what this is all about. So if you're feeling the intensity right now, or like something stirring deep inside you, you're not alone. You're part of something ancient and massive. And honestly, that is kind of exciting. So thanks for hanging out with me. More to come soon. And then the next one, we're going to dive into how this all ties into Bitcoin, gold, and what might be the biggest monetary shift we've seen in generations. Talk to you soon.